Video for a couple minutes. Antenna update. So I have spray paint. We're gonna probably do an SDR chest, but I'm trying to get a 11-1/4 pipe for this thing, which we have this right here. But I know exactly where it's gonna go, so you guys can see what I did a good job on it. I'll show you what kind of paint we're using. Get this stuff. And this stuff will have 1200 degrees. In the winter time, if this thing had ice on it, just imagine that. It'll definitely would I just painted about a few minutes ago. It's drying off pretty fast. If ice got onto it, this thing will melt even when it rains. But I have to paint the other side for it. I just did this really quite good for today, and we're looking good. She's about tuned on the right frequency. I did that on the same thing we did the same photos. But don't worry, I did something really good to this part of it. I put some duct tape under there, electric tape inside of this thing. You guys can see it. I don't know if you guys give me a focus. If it's right there, you can unravel it, and it's going to go up to that here. So in case I want to readjust it or go back down. So I did a good job on that. Look how color came out. The ground ratios are the same thing. I took at least 3 cans of paint on that stuff. About 2 paints for the ground wires. So it's pretty good. But I have to paint the other side when I wrote it. I wanted to make it into one of those SP500 penetrators. I'm telling you, this all the videos out here. This is for all my people out there on the UDX 362 on TikTok. And this is on Foxman 362 World Radio. To all the people out there, shouts out to Wagon Master 390 out there, UDX 390, and shout out 2112 out there. Shout out to my 1111 out there. She's watching me all over the world. We all know who the 1111's out there is. I'm not going to mention the name out there, but she is actually definitely watching, and probably her other who out there, we know who. She's definitely watching too. Yeah, because I know even the person who's watching this channel is good. So I'm telling you, this right here, this is actually, I've been working on that. I had spray paint in the last few days. I even did this at night when I started it 2 nights ago. These are the ground ratios. They're gonna be okay. I spray paint both sides of them, and they've been quite done. They might have little nicks like this. When you see little silver things, you might repaint those things over. That happens when they heal off. But so far, it's barbecue paint. The stuff that actually can handle heat type conditions. It'll handle very well in hot weather. It'll handle very well in cold weather. You might have to paint these a little bit. It's no big deal. You got to let them dry out for a coat. But I got at least a few of those cans. And those actually you get at your local Wally World, the Rust-Oleum. But these cans, this can actually sprayed on the poles. I've been around since the late 90s. My father used to use a lot of this paint back in 1996, throughout the 97s and 98s a lot of times, even brown cane. This is the stuff I used to use on my CB pole back in Hollywood, Florida. This is the stuff. My dad used to use it a lot of times, but it actually was a threaded type pipe he made one of these into in a thread. And he got this pipe. I'll tell you about the story. I forgot to tell you about all you CB friends out there, all my UDX guys out there. How he got the pole, 50-foot pole one time. It also has been in my house in North Florida on the antenna I had a while back with my TV antenna. It's the same pole I used in Hollywood, Florida back in 1996 throughout 1997. Then it was re-put back up before 2004 and 5 when we had the 4 hurricanes at the state of Florida that year. And that thing was blowing hard, but this thing's going to be tied with meal tape, no problem. I have a lot of that stuff. It's a 1,500-pound test, and you can get a 1,000-pound test. It's like that white stuff you see in the back of that pole up there you seen. My dad used to use that a lot of stuff when he used to work for the telephone company. They used to use a lot of meal tape. It's like a girl's hair ribbon, but it's common in a lot of things. It's in yellow rope, white rope. It's Kevlar. It's made out of bulletproof stuff. You can actually put it on a mailbox and make it a bulletproof mailbox out of it. Yeah. They actually sell it at flea markets, places you can get them. You can get cheaper ones of it. And 1,500 pound test or 1,000 pound, you can get them like $3 for like 50 foot of it. And that will actually haul, like if you're doing like pine logs and stuff, usually that rope actually will drag. Mule tape, Kevlar type, mule tape type rope will drag almost about anything. Even cars too, I've done it a long time. My dad's done it many times. He's actually done it with animals with it, with cows, with the same kind of rope, that white rope you see in my videos a while back. That's the kind of stuff he's used. A lot of stuff on pine logs, trees, you name it. Even on sailboats, this Kevlar type stuff can pull about anything. As long as it's more like 1,500 pounds, you can pull a 70-foot pine tree with this and drag it with a tractor with mule tape, no problem. And it'll be fine. This is the kind of stuff I'm using on the pole with like a safety guy wire. But this paint is what I'm using on this pole right now. But I'll have to paint this again. But it's actually, this is the stuff I bought at Lowe's. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But let me tell you, I checked the other Lowe's in my area. They're all in the same area. They have number 11 on it too. I'm not kidding. It's actually in the number 11 area. You guys can find all this pipe. And it's cool, but these are the kind of pipes I get at Lowe's. But Home Depot's got more price. I checked Home Depot last week in my local area in Oak Ridge. You guys know where that area is. And their pipes are actually a lot more than the price of Lowe's has. Lowe's is actually the cheapest I've seen, and there's other places you can get them. But what I'm looking for is a 1/4 pipe. I'm looking for, so put in that Macov5000. Then we can actually thread it up with this, put it inside this. It'll be one of the pipes. But this is the 1/4, not 11 1/4 that one is. That's just the regular other 1/4 this one is. This one's like 2 inches. I got this. I was using this for the top base for this one, and using this as the bottom base of it. But if we get the 1/4 type pipe, if it fits in this, we might be able to flip it to the top of this. That's what I was going to do. We'll have to figure that out. Because I'm telling you, that's the most trouble I'm having, the 1/4 pipe, the 11 1/4 pipe I'm dealing with right now. But we're going to put this on and analyze later on this antenna and see the SWR when I get time. But I just want to give you some update what I've been doing for a while. And I'm sorry about that. I've been doing a lot of busy stuff. So far my garden's coming really quite good. We got green beans coming today, and our corn got rebuilt back. I'll show you guys in a minute before we get off the video. But looking good. This is gonna be good for winter time. That's looking great. I just don't want to film any houses in this location, stuff like that. We gotta keep our little base station secret around the world, and we can talk all over the world with this thing once we get it going. You guys are gonna love it. I hope it does what the guys are telling what it's gonna do. That looks pretty good. That's Silver Queen. This did better well. The Treacher Flavors was actually a bigger corn I got, but I'm storing a lot of the stuff right now. But next year, this garden's going to be all beds. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be all beds, landscape stuff. And so far, the good thing, the ticks are starting to die off this kind of condition. It's getting cooler. That's why you don't do it in the summertime, because in these places in the woods where I live here, no, it's in a normal area. They do actually get Lone Star ticks. I had picked a lot of them off them this year. And they don't make you feel good after a few days. They has had me back in before May and somewhere around April, but they're pretty active during July. But they're also different. Besides Lone Star ticks, you got the regular ones. They actually live in the woods. They can be mostly in a lot of weeds. That's the only thing I don't like about it, because the ticks in this area, but you can deal with them. But this Lone Star tick, I'll tell you about that. You guys know all about it. It'll make it, if you ain't like red meat, you'll be sick. And you have to wait 4 to 5 years until it levels up. But I'm not sick either way. I'm doing good. If you can eat seafood, you can eat other normal meat, you're okay. But that's the only thing you see. I don't go out in the woods a lot because of things like this. That's where you got to be careful about, things like ticks and stuff like that. But in Utah, we didn't have ticks a lot. Most you have to worry about snowstorms and cold weather. A lot of times they don't live in areas like that. But in Tennessee, and plus any normal in the southern United States, they do have ticks in the woods. Just want to let you guys know about that, and girls out there know about that. And every time when you go in the woods or a place like that, if you get them, check your body every time when you go inside your house. You have to do it every time to do it, just in case of concerns and stuff. And mostly how you grab them by the head to pull them out, and they usually let go of you. It'd be painful, so, but a lot of times they order use tweezers. I'm not kidding. You check your body every time for ticks, even your animals too. A lot of times it's happened to me in the last 2 years when it happened. Even before I moved here in Tennessee at a hotel room, they've had ticks that came running around in the bedrooms there. I'm not kidding. Usually, I would be more worried about a scorpion and a snake, like an eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Those you got to worry about more than that, than a copperhead. And they do have snakes in the shed here where I'm at. Most of the garden snake, I'm seeing the snake skin in the last several months, but it's alright. They usually go away before winter and fall happens. So this thing, we're going to be connecting this real soon when we get a chance. It's going to be good. Most of it's quite good. And that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to let you guys go. This is Foxman362 World Radio on YouTube. This is actually a long video. So this will be on YouTube right now. And we'll do a short video of this on TikTok real soon. In a few minutes. So this is Foxman362 World Radio. You have a good Friday during this September. Hope we get this antenna up when we get it soon. We get everything. I hope I can get that pipe I'm looking for to go right in this thing. You got to get it going soon. So that'll be quite good. All right. Catch you later. Check me on this channel and look up me on TikTok. UDX362. Give me some more likes. Give me some comments out there. And there's a lot of TikTokers out there. You guys can check out their channels. So I'm going to get on out of here. Have a good afternoon. And I'll probably be working on this for a while. Trying to spray paint the other side. Because I learned this from a guy on a YouTube video about this camouflage paint he did. But his looked like a penetrator, but a Macov5000. And that's what I did from the video. And also learned from Motor Junkie's video on YouTube. So it's already been, I did the SWR about when I first got this that day when it happened. But right now, we'll have to check the SWR for this when we get time. And I'm trying to get that pipe. Once I get that pipe, we'll be able to be on the air soon with this. But it's going to go on this, where the antenna is going to go. It's going where the same area where my Trim 300 is, but it's going to be still there because it's got something those two roofs can hold a better bracket because I got the brackets for it already. You guys want to see that? I'll pause it in a second. So you see the brackets? That's what I got them for. This one I had to put some tin foil, you know, ducking type aluminum foil. So it's going to work good. It's going to help me out. That's for the big pipe. And that's for the big pipe too, that one for the big one you guys see. That's for the little pipe guys get. This is going to go on that side of that roof I told you about. And I know exactly where. You know where the Trim 300 actually goes. The antenna guys you see in the video a while back. These roofs has a two-way you could do it. And they got one on the side and one on that side. And it actually should be able to give me the brackets of what I want to do. It's going to work. So I had to done this a lot of work on this, and that's what I'm saying. So the way I did that, I had to work on that antenna one time at 3 in the morning to get all the pieces together. The most hardest part I've done was the loop. The loop and that little silver middle thing with the screw thing with the two, you know, the bolt type screw I'm talking about, where you guys have to line it up with the 1-inch type thing. That was the most hardest thing I had to deal with right now. So I'm going to let you go. And I'll show you guys what the antenna looks like. So, I'm telling you have a good day. This is Foxman362 World Radio on YouTube. And we're going to do a short video of this on TikTok so guys can see it. Maybe a little music intro video of it. I don't know. I like to do something really good. And we'll probably do that real soon in a couple minutes. So, I'm going to let you go. Hope you guys enjoy and see the Macov5000 in its touch-up type way. So we got it all painted it with that barbecue paint. That's what I'm telling you about, what I told you why I had to do it. It's gonna, and plus I'll have to paint some more underneath this when I get time. But I just had to get this going. It'll be dry for a while, but it takes a pretty couple dry minutes. And catch you all later. This is Foxman362 World Radio. Shouts out to all the UDX members out there. 390 Wagmaster, 2112, Dirty Diaper, 21.C. Shout out to O2 Radio Network out there. Shout out to Kirk Squirrel Chronicles. Shout out to Jed out there 183 out there UDX 183, and shout out to UDX 99 out there in Utah land. And shout out to all the guys out there watching, and also shout out to Motor Junkie UDX151, and shout out to Jungle Joe out there UDX791 out there in Canada. So this is Foxman 360. This is Foxman 362 World Radio on YouTube, and this is UDX 362 waving it back. So we'll bring out some more videos sometime soon. We'll get this thing rock and roll. I hope we get some luck out of it before the weather gets too cold and it gets too bad. You guys know what I mean. But it should be able to do good during the rest of the winter with this, no problems. But I've been working on this for a while. You guys have to understand that. So catch you later. Have a good week this week. And this is Foxman 362 World Radio on YouTube. Waving it back, waving it back. Catch you later. And we'll bring out more videos sometime soon.